they will move directly to the front. Here we go. 25 laps of the Triton track. And we've got a live feed here in the stadium, as well as the live feed going out to people who aren't lucky enough to be here in Triton Stadium for the running of this, what we hope will become an annual activity here on the campus at UCSD. And this is Tori Solis on the front. Solis followed by Weigel and Aaliyah Gray. Those are the three pace setters and doing exactly what they are supposed to be doing. 76.8. So perfect start here as we're looking for 76s and 77s. Right on the money on lap number 1. Solis, a former Big West Conference 1500 meter champion while she was competing at UC Santa Barbara. She's out of San Jose, went to Presentation High School in San Jose, and right behind her another Northern Californian out of Mountain View, Maya Weigel, matriculated at Pomona Pitzer, and as we mentioned, very highly successful as a young sage-hen, 11 times an All-American, 3 times a national champion at the Division III level is Weigel. She was 13th in the 5,000 meters in 2018 in the national championships and the U.S. championships. She's running in 3rd. And then it's Aaliyah Gray running in 4th. And 77, so we're still right on the money. And the first non-pacer in the group is Steph Bruce. She's running along in the number 4 position. Bruce wearing hip number 4 as well. She is the reigning USA 10K road champion, is Steph Bruce. She's one of the women who will move on later on this spring and run in the World Cross Country Championship. She's moving along in 4th, representing the Northern Arizona Elite.
Oh no, mine was that's what I was telling you. That's something that was like walking up and say
This is one of those rare opportunities on the track where winning isn't necessarily the main objective. We're simply looking to try and run fast and meet those qualifying standards that we talked about earlier. And at this point in time, through 1,200 meters, 78 on that lap, total time of 3:52.
Sorry, I forgot to mention that to you before.
Qualifying standards for the women for the World Championships, 31:50. As mentioned, as yet we don't have qualifying standards for the Olympic Games in 2020. They haven't yet been produced. USATF qualifying standard at this distance, 33 minutes. So that is part of the goal here today. Pace picks up by about a second on that go-round of Triton track. We're at 1,600 meters, 5:09. That one in 77 seconds. If you discount the three pacer step, Bruce is the first woman who is intending to complete this race. She's running in fourth, and then behind her it is Ursula Sanchez of Mexico. Both of her lifetime bests were recorded a year ago. 15:55 for 5,000, 33:41 for 10,000. 'Marie Blaney is also among the front-running group of the women who will complete the race here this morning. Blaney out of the University of Central Florida. And just qualified for the U.S. team for the IAAF World Championships in cross country. She's wearing hip number 8. 4 times she was an NCAA qualifier in indoor, outdoor, and cross country while running at Central Florida. So this is Maya Weigel doing the front-running chores now, and she's followed by Leah Gray. And another 77-second lap, so the pace setter's doing just what they have been asked to do, and we come through 2,400 meters at 7:44. And now Gray takes over from Weigel as we come to 2,800 meters. 903, 904. And that lap covered in 78. Total of 9:02. And somewhat like a heavyweight fight, you've got to get through 15 rounds, and so the early rounds are for positioning and infighting a little bit. And as we mentioned earlier, this is one of those rare races where winning isn't the important thing. The overall time is what all of these women have come here for, and they are helping one another out as they work their way through this at 3,200 meters.
Ten
10:21 through 3,200, 78 seconds, and so a first mile in 5:09, a second mile in 5:12. And that is Elena Tabb, who has moved up to lead the group of women who are going to complete this race. Tabb running for the Boston Athletic Association. She is in the gold over blue. And twice she has been a member of the U.S. team during the cross-country championships, the world championships, that is. Twice a Division I All-American in cross-country in 2012 and 2013, and she was doing her undergraduate work at William & Mary during that time. She was 11th in the USTF cross-country championships here this year, and she is running in 4th. And then just behind Tabb, it is Sarah Pagano.
11:40, 11:41, 11:42.
Another 78 second circuit of Triton track. And Gray has completed her responsibilities as she moves to the inside. So it is Weigel continuing up front, and then Pagano just behind her. And all the Pacers have accomplished their goals, and so they are off the track, and all of these women now have only time goals on their mind, with Pagano doing the leading. All-American at 10,000 meters in 2014 while she was running for Syracuse. And Steph Bruce running right behind her. And then Elena Tabb and Alexei Pappas. Those are your top half a dozen. So Sarah Pagano, called Spags by her friends, the recent arrival here in San Diego. She will make this as her training base, and Terrence Mahan is going to be working with her, and she is our front runner at this point in time. And Steph Bruce now takes over the lead from Pagano to, let's make that 76.5 or so on each of the last couple of laps, a total of 14:12. So the pace picks up as the pace setters have dropped out of the race at this point in time, and it continues to be Steph Bruce. She is representing the Northern Arizona Elite Team, and Hoka is her running shoe brand. She competed at UC Santa Barbara as Steph Rothstein, and as we indicated in the introduction, she's still the school record holder for the Gauchos at 10,000 meters. A lifetime best at this distance of 31:59. U.S. Marathon Championship. She was the runner-up. And then it is Pagano, Sarah Pagano, right behind her. And then Elena Tabb. And here comes Kellen Taylor making a bit of a move. Taylor's name being mentioned for the first time this morning, and 76 rather. So 3 consecutive laps at 76 bring us back onto that pace that we're looking for. And that is Taylor now moving into second as they approach the 5,000 meter point, the midway stage of this race. 16:07 at 5,000 meters, so not far away from what they were hoping for. 16 minutes was the goal at 5,000 meters for these women, and they've been making up some ground over the last 3 laps. Running 76s after several laps in the 78 range. And now it is Taylor. Taylor, Pagano, Bruce, and Tabb, your top 4. And leading the chase pack is Alice Wright, the New Mexico grad, 11-time All-American. While she was competing for the Lobos, she is running in 5th, and that has now become the chase pack as there are 4 that have moved away. And that lap covered in 76.9, so we continue in the 76-second range. And that's good news for these women who are working on trying to get standards somewhere in the 32-minute range. Taylor, the leader out of Wichita State, began her collegiate career at the University of Wisconsin. She has the second fastest 10,000 meter time of all of these women, having run 31:40 before. And she is the woman who won the Grandma's Marathon a year ago and set a course record of 2:24 at that marathon distance. She was 6th in the U.S. Marathon Trials in 2016. And 4th in the U.S. 10,000 meter trial. So she is accustomed to being a front runner and doing that right now. And 76.6 on that last circuit of Triton track for Kellen Taylor. Taylor makes her living as a firefighter. She is qualified at both the level 1 and level 2 categories to fight fires, and her native state of Wisconsin, probably not very much fire danger going on at this point in time, so her focus is obviously right here on the track. And Alice Wright still being our front runner in that second pack of women. But here at the front, onto the home stretch, it is Kellen Taylor, the 32-year-old out of Wisconsin, with the lead. $77.6 on that last lap, and so Steph Bruce has decided she wants to close the gap a little bit. Kellen Taylor continuing to be at the front, but Bruce gaining some ground and will be with her shortly, it appears, as they move down the backstretch. With now less than 10 laps to go. Second pack still led by Alice Wright, the New Mexico grad, and then Anne-Marie Blaney running in her wake. Anne Blaney takes over the lead in that chase pack. So this is Steph Bruce now, setting the pace, and Kellen Taylor right behind her. Bruce and her husband Ben run a running camp during the summer in Flagstaff, Arizona, and so make pretty much a living off of being distance runners. And she has 9 laps to go at this point, 77.3 for Bruce and Taylor on that circuit. Steph Bruce is another one of the competitors this morning who has the World Championships in cross country in her immediate future. She made the U.S. team to compete there, and so this certainly is a pretty good example of her fitness level at this point in time. She is on pace to run somewhere close to 32:30 at this stage of the game. She and Kellen Taylor working together. And Taylor now takes over the pace setting chores. 77.6, so the pace beginning to slide just a bit after 3 successive laps at 76. The last 2 have been at 77, and Sarah Pagano has Pagano now moving over to the 3rd spot as there's about a 25-30 meter gap between herself and the 2 at front, Kellen Taylor and Steph Bruce. So our 3 miles thus far have been 5:09, 5:12, and 5:07. And Taylor warming to the effort here with 7 laps to go. 2,800 meters remain. And that was a 76-second lap, so we're back on the pace that we're looking for here. And Taylor beginning to apply some pressure here. And she is moving away from Steph Bruce. And this is Kellen Taylor, and certainly appreciative of the support being given by the fans lined up right here alongside the track. Good opportunity to be up close and personal with some of the best female distance runners in the country, if not the entire world. And Taylor, 77.4 on that lap, but she has continued to build on her lead with Steph Bruce running second. And back and forth between Elena Tabb wearing hip number 6 and Sarah Pagano wearing hip number 3 as they are running 3rd and 4th at the moment. And Anne-Marie Blaney is the next in that group, along with Sarah Inglis from Great Britain. the four who trail the two leaders here. Taylor and Bruce. They've been in that order now for the last 5 laps. 77 seconds again, and a 5:10 mile for Kellen Taylor. Bruce, Pagano, Anne-Marie Blaney, and Sarah Inglis running 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. But Taylor continuing to build on her lead. Began her competitive career as a Badger at the University of Wisconsin, then moved on, transferred to Wichita State, scored for them on the track at both 1,500 and 5,000 meters, did Taylor. She's got a 15:21 best at 5K, and we talked about her 10K best of 31:40, and she's showing some of that skill right now. Seconds on that last lap of the track for Taylor. Narrowly missed making the U.S. Olympic team after 10,000 meters in 2016. She was the number 4 finisher at that distance in Eugene in 2016, and certainly intent on trying to get back on or get onto an Olympic team here at either 10,000 or marathon. A marathon best of 2:24:39. She did that, the Grandma's Marathon in Minnesota in 2018, established that course record in the process. Actually, she began her career at Cloud County Junior College in Kansas, and she was a member of their 4x4 relay team that finished second in the National Junior College Championship, but obviously has made the move rather easily and very successfully in an upward direction, and here she is with 3 laps to go. Taylor, Bruce still hanging gamely in second and trying to whittle some of that distance back again. 78.8. And that is Alice Wright just getting past the point where she's got 3 laps to go. She is running in the number 7 position at this point. Wright, the multi-All-American at the University of New Mexico. About 2.5 seconds separating our 2 leaders here, Kellen Taylor and Steph Bruce. .800 to go, so the 3rd consecutive lap at 78 seconds for Kellen Taylor. Bruce about 2.5 seconds back of her. With Anne-Marie Blaney running in 3rd and Sarah Inglis running 4th as they run behind the high jump pit and onto the back stretch. And we've got about an unofficial gap of 3 seconds between Taylor and Bruce as the two of them come onto the home stretch, appreciative of the support given by the fans lined up right next to the track. And our final lap upcoming here. Dylan Taylor will get the bell indicative of that final lap. 5:13 on that last mile with a lap to go and 31 minutes showing on the clock. So we're in the 32:10 range maybe. Bruce and Taylor. Bruce still full of run, and Taylor is going to be able, it appears, to protect that lead that she's built up of just a little bit over 3 seconds, as there's 200 meters to go for the top two. And Anne-Marie Blaney will be the next to have just 200 meters to go. She's running in third, but here comes Kellen Taylor onto the home stretch. A very solid effort for the 32-year-old Steph Bruce, continuing to try and cut into that gap, but it is going to be Taylor. Taylor, Bruce, unofficially 32:13. We'll get some official times here in just a moment. We believe that is a stadium record at 32:13. We'll check that with Nate Garcia. Then it is Anne-Marie Blaney the next across the line. She's followed by Sarah Inglis in fourth. .32:55, 30.